Hello! It's time for the opinion. And the beautiful, fearless, opinionated, beautiful ladies are here to speak their mind, dive into issues, and just discuss what is on the table. The opinion is here, and I'm excited. Let the four ladies introduce themselves, and we will start talking. My name is Zainab Aisha Passa.
And I am Zinazita.
My name is Tina Mulika.
And it's time for the opinion. Ladies!
Hi.
How are we today?
Good to be back. We are good. Lady in Red.
I missed you.
Lady in Red.
I missed you. I missed you. I couldn't wait for us to, do what we do best. Talk.
We are here.
Share ideas, speak our minds, and say the issues.
I can see you on fire.
Oh, I am so happy to be here because one, I get to see you all, and we get to discuss what is eating you up at home, what you want to hear, and of course, you want to see us. We're here. They're looking beautiful, and today we're discussing two main issues. I know that the ladies are charged. They were saying that it's me, but all of us are really charged for this. We are discussing freedom of speech. Is it abused? Go with it.
I think the word abuse in terms of freedom of speech is you can have it in different contexts. You understand?
Okay.
So I see it as subjective, where sometimes some people can have an opinion where because of what they are doing, maybe they are trying to enlighten people on a topical issue, they may silence them, but they are speaking fact. And we have the ones that defame people, incite violence, and then also have like hateful speeches.
Okay.
Which one? That one, if you're not careful, you can be, the law can attack you because you don't defame somebody. The fact that you have freedom to talk doesn't mean you should necessarily step on other people's toe. Know the range. Know what to talk about. No defamation, no violence, or hate speech. So once you're able to stay within the context, as we are doing, this is freedom of speech. We are sharing our opinions, but we are not going to defame anybody. We are not going to incite hate. We are not going to, incite violence on the show. You understand? Opinion, we are sharing. So you should know the difference wherever you are. Yeah.
Okay, so having said that, let me just let our viewers and all of us understand the word freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, that's what we're discussing, if it's being abused. So let's just dive into what freedom of speech is all about. It says here that freedom of speech is a fundamental right that allows individuals to express their thoughts, opinions, and ideas without government restriction or censorship. However, like your rights, it can be subject to abuse. Having said that, we have the rights to speak our mind, to share our opinion, but we should be guarded in doing that.
Sure.
Is that right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So if we're saying that freedom of speech is that abused, let's bring it down here in where we find ourselves. There's so much freedom of speech here now in our country that I think is beautiful, but at the same time, I feel that it's being abused. You tune into the radio stations, and there are phone-ins on topics, on issues, and sometimes the way people speak, in as much as they are speaking their opinion, they are speaking their minds. I feel that sometimes they're harsh in saying it, and they're also sometimes disrespectful in sharing their opinions about whatever issue is being discussed. So would you say that in that context they are being abusive of their freedom?
Okay, I would like to come in here.
Okay.
The Constitution makes provision, I was referring to that, Article 21 makes provision for freedom of speech and expression, as well as other freedoms that we as humans and as Ghanaian citizens have the right to.
Okay.
But as you're saying, I feel like because you could preempt, or the people who put together the Constitution could preempt that there could be abuses of such freedoms. there were other things that sort of like limited the freedoms, whether you like it or not. And so we have libel, we have defamation issues, which we always hear in the news.
We have hate speeches.
Exactly.
Discrimination.
Yes. So you understand that it means even though you are free to speak, your freedom ends where someone else's begins, so they say. And it doesn't give you that freedom doesn't give you the right to go overboard, to abuse it in this case.
Sure.
So I just want to say in a nutshell that even though you have the right to speak, you have the freedom to say whatever you want to say, you should know that it's restricted in one way or the other, because if you speak evil against me or you defame me, I can take you on, and that's why the courts are there.
Yeah.
And so you shouldn't be walking around. I think most Ghanaians walk around thinking, I'm free to say anything. I can pick especially in this modern day and age, they pick the mobile phones and oh my God, on social media, it's such a disaster. They open their mouth, bisect anyhow and just say anything. Pick on personalities. And I don't want to mention names here, but I can mention names if I
It's your opinion.
Your opinion, my darling.
It's your
so we have people like this guy abroad. What's his name?
Chinny Jonas.
Chinny Jonas. He picks his phone, records himself insulting people. I remember when Bella Mundi had their wedding, and I don't know who asked him to. He just picked the phone, recorded himself talking boldly about somebody's marriage and like, okay, we endorse it, but this and that, calling people a shower and stuff like that.
Talking in his capacity as who?
As who? Exactly. as nobody, but I'm a Ghanaian and I have rights.
And I have rights.
So that freedom and I can.
So in that context, that was harassment.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
What about Bongo Ideas? What's your pick on it?
Bongo Ideas same. We have this guy who recently mentioned compared PhD.
Mr. Happiness. Mr. Happiness.
Mr. Happiness. He compared PhD to.
Then we would add this guy to
no.
Calvin. Calvin also does that sometimes.
Yeah, Calvin,
Calvin Taylor is also
Calvin Taylor
talking
and all
about
that.
people, saying things about people that, sometimes
Some
I
are true, some are
wonder
not
if he
true.
has the real
Some are
facts.
true, some are not true.
So
Okay.
if you are not careful, people can sue you.
Yeah.
And that is just to emphasize that your freedom has a limit, and freedom of speech is no exception. You have the right to speech, the right of expression, the freedom to express yourself, but then you can abuse it, and that is why the court is there to deal with such abuses.
Samoki, you've charged on defamation and harassment at the same time, and we have incitements as well.
Yeah.
So, sweetheart, you want to take that?
Yes. Even proud to come into that.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to say, of course, I agree with what she's saying. We have freedom of speech, but you see, when we are talking about some specific topics, let's say politics, religion, or things that are very emotional.
Yeah.
A regular person can have a decent conversation, arguing back and forth, without, try to say, breaking any rules, right? But when it comes to things like sports, politics, we've all seen it at the stadium, whereby is it Chelsea or another team will be playing, and one wrong insult to a player can lead to a whole lot of things. So in as much as you want to cheer your team, your players on, you cannot go and insult another player just to demoralize the person. And then when you talk about incitement, there are times that people have said stuff like, can I actually, or
Feel free.
okay, people have said stuff like, bonasoma me make you out $500 or stuff like that. I don't want to mention names.
Okay.
I don't want to mention names, but there are times that musicians or people who feel like their name has been defamed, or they've said somebody has said something against them, can incite the public or their fans to say that, you know what, I have $100 for whoever slap or attack this person. That is not freedom of speech. You are literally putting somebody's life in danger, and it is their right to seek justice, to make sure that they will not be hurt. So in as much as a person has freedom of speech, it ends once it's, try to say, trespassing to another human being. So if your freedom of speech leads to inciting people, whereby another person can be a victim of assault or battery, then your freedom of speech is almost becoming criminal at this point. You can even be sued or jailed for that kind of freedom of speech. I don't know if you get
Yeah, I
what I'm saying.
wanted to add quickly that it's become much of a problem in recent times, especially because of the incoming of social media.
Influx.
Yes,
Influx.
yes.
Influx of
Influence,
social
yeah.
media and new media. And I'm saying this because we have instances where people create accounts without a face to it. So they create their own accounts.
Yeah.
You don't know who created the account because, of course, what do you need to create an account? Just an email. And the email, we can use any fake name to create the account.
As well.
And then they go and insult people there. We have these online bloggers. You don't know them by face. You can't tell who they are. And they can pick you and insult you. I don't know. There are some accounts like Feedbacks, for example. I don't know who is behind it. I don't know if others know who is behind it.
Some people know.
We have been able to mention, let's say Kelvin Taylor.
A few names.
We know who
exactly.
We know Bongo Idea.
He puts a
Yes.
face
But
whatever he
exactly.
does.
But there are some you don't
Boldly
know the
actually.
faces.
Yes.
And so there could be a page, Ashaus of Ghana. You don't know who is behind it, and they are insulting you every day,
They'll bring
talking
people's
about
pictures
you,
and all that.
bringing your pictures, writing evil about
But
you.
the Ashawus of Ghana, is it there?
I
Is
think
it-
there
is it a
was
real
such
thing?
No, at first there was something like
Oh,
that.
wow.
Ashawus of Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Were we going to follow the page or something? No.
Hell no.
It's like, but people follow a lot because you know Ghanaians like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gossip. Somebody's talking about someone.
I think that
and all
it's
that.
well, but that
one
wouldn't
thing-
even be a
one thing I've
Ghanaian thing. I think
observed-
that we like bad news.
My point is, you can't
So,
sue. Who are you
exactly,
going
because
to
you
sue?
don't know who is
You don't
behind
know
it.
who is
It's not
behind
about
it.
that too. I think
Okay.
sometimes not because you can't sue, it's because the laws are not working. People do it and get away with
It's
it.
true.
Even people that respected politicians will say incite hateful speech and violence, tell you that if you meet a gang, kill the person, beat the person up, and nobody picks the person up because the party is in power. So if I am a young one watching listening to such a person, what makes you think I cannot just pick a phone and vent on social media, call out names because they are not punishing people?
Exactly.
And if you realize, Ghana, for instance, before they actually arrest somebody, then it's like the person has done it over a period.
Exactly.
Bongo Ideas, for instance, did it for more than some years before they were able to even bring him to book.
But the point
And
is,
even
You
that,
understand?
he,
Even
he-
that
he
one.
might have said something that was more derogatory.
You-
And that
See,
one
the-
was because he attacked the presidency.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Tina, the
And that's
point-
the only reason why they picked him up.
Yeah, the
He has
point
done it to
now
lots of
is, you
people.
see, when it comes
What
to
happened to
defamation,
those people?
Defamation is a civil case. It is not criminal.
Criminal, yes.
That's the point.
That's
so
the-
you
Okay.
see,
We know, but if
when,
you charge
when
him-
you murder someone, the state can
Can come.
Oh, but of
come
course,
in.
that's right.
But when I insult you, if you are not bothered, I cannot arrest someone
No, no,
on
no.
your
Based
behalf.
on your behalf.
Some of
That's
the
the
celebrities get bothered.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
They
You
get
have to
bothered
report.
and
They
they
have
say
to
they
make
want
a
to arrest.
case.
But like I'm saying,
But
the
if
only
they get
time,
bored, then they
what
should
I
act on
realized,
that.
they don't. What I realized was when he attacked the presidency, the president's wife. That was the only
Yes.
time that they picked him up.
Yes.
Even had issues with some
But
of
that's
our,
allegedly.
some of
we
our,
don't know if they picked
That's the
him up.
reason why they
It's
didn't
alleged.
pick him up.
allegedly.
Yes.
It's alleged.
But some of our top media personalities, for instance, had issues with him. What did they do? They did nothing. They just embarrassed him on national
Yeah,
TV.
I think once.
And
okay.
if they could have
Once you
they-
don't make a case.
Yeah, they didn't make any
problem.
case.
Yes.
And I'm
case on your
saying,
behalf.
since people do not even know what to do when people defame them, people feel, the abusers feel they can always do it.
Don't
And that
you
is
think
why
that? Don't you think that? I mean, all four of us at least are privy to the law, and we are more aware of implications of these things. But don't you think that, for lack of knowledge, a lot of people, because it's become so common to just pick a phone and make a call and talk about something, even though in passing they didn't even get the details of the information, and they think that they have an opinion, and so they can just voice it out.
what I feel is,
and so it's become
people don't even know. They
just
think
common.
that's what I'm saying. Because nobody is punished for it, it's now like a lives of that. It's part of us now. We are gradually accepting the abuse.
Okay.
Indirectly, all of us are part of it. We see it happening to people, and we've been abused one way or the other, even in class and all that. What do we do? Because we're like, oh, it's normal. They've been doing it. So we are gradually accepting it as Ghanaians. And it's not just here. People do it and get away with it.
Okay.
And people are now recruiting people. They feel like, since this one, so and so did it and was able to get away with it, I can also do it. And that is why you get on social media, you meet new bloggers every day. The faceless ones, some of them are now known. Like those called celebs, for instance. He was on one of the entertainment shows, live television. People saw her. What did they do to her? But she said so many things about celebrities. Nothing happened. Because the celebrities themselves, they don't even know they have the right to even take the person. And number one, people feel taking somebody to court takes a long time.
Yes,
And they don't have that energy for it.
Yes.
Paying for a lawyer and all that, how many people can afford? So if you are insulting me right now as Tina, and I feel I cannot afford a lawyer, the state can give you anyway, but you don't even have the time to go and chase such things.
when it comes to legal things, just be reminded that we have two up and coming lawyers as part of our, our panel here or our team here. So yes, when it comes to legal issues, in as much as we're tactful, we know what we're talking about, right?
I wanted to add quickly to this that you see, I think all Tina is saying is the
attitude that we have as a people.
You see, we are conservative. That's how we describe
and we're very hypocritical too.
Exactly. And so it's not that they don't know. Some know, but they just don't want to take it on. And in fact, some thrive on the bad news.
Yeah.
Yes.
The bad publicity.
Yeah.
They will tell you all publicity is publicity.
Yes.
They would not
There's
take
no
action.
bad publicity.
They feel like, oh,
it's giving them more clouds, it's giving them more likes and whatever.
I'm going viral
okay.
And it's okay.
Okay.
So they thrive on that. Now, you want people, I rather feel differently. I think now people are suing.
Yeah.
I think people are taking.
Yeah, that was going to be my thoughts. Like
from I think when they say I've seen a few names.
And what happened? What happened?
Around.
Did you know the end? Let's be honest.
No, but that's.
You understand where I'm coming from?
I won't sit here, Tina. I won't sit here
We
and
don't
fight
know
for you
how
as a celebrity.
That's what I'm saying.
If you
What
cannot fight for
happened?
yourself.
The person just sue. They just write or send letters. Or Slowly and Co. Oh, I will sue A plus. What happened? Now they are friends. So it's about the outcome. They don't end it. So now I know that I can also do it and get away with it. Sue we know is like a flex now. Yeah. I will sue you. Now you talk. I will sue you. But what happens? Have we seen?
No. Even though they sue, some of them come to render a public apology.
And then
some
that's
of them.
They retract.
And you see,
and not
so we know say ebinimu emferiade.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Omo ba be kan asɛm a enye no kure. Because onim chopper into owi anu asan be patrol. But now was say wodin awie.
And they don't care.
And they don't care. Do you understand?
But then again, there's one angle of I'm not
exactly. I don't want us to derail on what we're discussing. We are
mm-hmm.
addressing the issue of freedom of speech being abused.
I want to add this
so
one to it. I want to add this. I think some of the speeches too, like I said, the person is not abusing, but because of the person's affiliation with certain people. Organization, the state or some individuals to try to tame that person or silence that person. There are people who are actually championing things in the society, but they want to have the voice. They are not inciting any hateful. They are not defaming anybody. No, nothing. But because it's against somebody or the person feels like it's a threat to my government, to my company, to my institution, let me take the person on. We are in this Ghana where people have lots of unregistered products. But when you talk about it, you say, oh, because I belong to so and so, or this person, or I don't want to mention some brands here, but some brands that we all know, that this is it. We know. And people will sit on social media and talk about it. And because they probably know somebody from where, they will try and silence you. That stop talking about it. I mean, we've seen it before. People have they have lots of agents of change in this country where they see something, they don't keep quiet. They want to talk about it. They want to also share an opinion, like we are sharing an opinion. But because it's not in favor of a certain people or class, they will try to silence you. I mean, that is not freedom. Okay. And we are in a democratic country, and most of the countries around are also in practicing democracy. But let's ask ourselves, how many people really have that freedom of speech in a democratic country? We don't. Even when you are right, they try to suppress you. When you are right,
I think that we're in agreement, all four of us, we're in agreement that freedom obviously is being abused. Yeah. You know, directly and indirectly, right?
Has brought in a certain dimension.
Okay.
Let's analyze that a little bit, I beg.
Okay.
Which is the dimension of the politics, and then there is a social dimension.
That's right.
It just brought my mind to that.
Okay.
When you talk about freedom of speech or expression, when it comes to politics in a democracy like ours, then it takes a different turn. Yeah. Where we don't really practice it because somebody speaks and the next day BNI has arrested.
Yeah, because I think that our side of the story, it's more of we're not doing the issues. We're more doing the attack.
Exactly.
With attack individuals, personalities, and issues. So
I agree with you.
We lose it with even the truth.
Sometimes people say it as it is. and then
Exactly, but they're not really attacking anybody.
arrested or
But they are
are
speaking
attacked.
fact, truth.
And stuff like that. And then there is the social bit where people defame individuals, go beyond their territories, and then the individuals refuse to sue because they find that, you know, they are not just interested in suing or pursuing that cause. But when you talk about the political angle, I agree with you perfectly well, because then it sort of like stifles you as a person. You don't know what to say, because if you are called to go and, I remember when I was doing production as a producer of political shows, you call people, especially those in academia, business, and they feel like, Charlie, if you are coming to speak pure business, that's fine. But if it's something to do with maybe policies and implementation, I don't want to talk about it, because then I'll be tagged as I'm for party A or for
So
party
we don't have that
Yeah.
freedom.
And so that freedom actually is not there, because even though we are in a democracy, then they cannot feel free, and it doesn't go like that. Freedom is not abusing anybody. It is just speaking your mind, like we are
Industry
doing now.
knowledge or not
Industry
stuff.
knowledge and
Yes.
stuff. Even some lawyers don't want to talk because
That's
they
what
feel
I was
like
going
Yes.
to say.
if you are asked issues about the constitution, maybe there's a court case.
Yes.
It's been,
You don't want to
there's
comment on
judgment
it.
passed on it, and then you don't want to comment about it, because if you comment, even if you are being objective,
Yes.
they'll say that you are speaking like that because you are speaking in favor.
There is
of
something I
one
want to
political
add on
party.
to it before I forget.
Yeah.
Most of the comments was about bloggers and all those people defaming people or
Oh, but I think
talking.
we've touched on even
but
politics and
yeah,
everything.
but I'm talking. When I want to add on to this, people venting. I believe sometimes they vent on social media because they feel that's the only
Platform
way-
they have.
the only platform to feel they have justice over something that is bothering them.
The
Okay.
language.
But you see, and those people they tend to reply, so they keep insulting each other.
So what
or
you're
calling
saying
each other
goes into
names.
my next aspect of this discussion, which is measures. What measures can we take? I think globally, I mean, every society has measures of a sort to try and manage and curtail this issue of abuse of speech or freedom of speech. So as a country, there are laws. We have the social media now. We have the media, which comprises of the TV, radio, everything, the prints and all that. So we have measures. What are we doing so that there's measure in this, abuse of freedom of speech?
I think we have institutions in Ghana that are in charge of taking care of NCA, for instance, taking care of what is actually goes on there and all that. So sometimes when they see these things, they need to act so that to serve as deterrent to the others. If I'm on radio and I defame somebody, or I incite people, and then I see that I've been punished, or NCA withdraws or takes license from a TV station, next time they will not bring somebody there to come and defame or incite violence on the show.
Okay.
But they also sit, the board governing or the board actually controlling it, sit down, watch people fight. So now, if somebody would defame me, nothing backs me, not even the media. Not even the media laws. Like there's no agency actually supporting or trying to punish the TV station. They will leave you to just go like that.
Since I'm blessed with two soon-to-be lawyers, some can take the legal aspects of it, legal regulations.
I have a lot to say when it comes to the angle, Tina.
Yes, but for the lack of time,
Yeah. So
let's
first
be
of all, I
brief.
think that media houses are thriving on the viral element.
Okay.
Where somebody says something that is derogatory and they still like it because it goes viral and eyeball. So we choose viral elements over freedom
Of speech.
over
everything.
that sanity in the freedom of speech space. And so we choose the abuse and all that. We have instances where media houses have been sued, and the person who sued won anyway, and they had to pay for damages. So one, I think that media houses should sometimes minimize the viral element and look at what they are in society to do. Discuss topical issues in the right way. Secondly, I also think hosts should be held accountable.
Okay.
Because if you are hosting a show and you don't have that impetus to, coordinate the discussions well, they shouldn't give you that platform, or you should be punished actually for doing so. And I think it boils down to the NCA. If they are able to withdraw your license for a while, you would also hold your host accountable. I also feel that the law should be enforced.
Okay.
Because we have the cyber security law and all that.
It's not working.
And it's not working. So we need enforcement of the laws. So I'll take it.
Okay, so
You
what
can
I
give
want
us more legal
yes.
and
Okay, so look,
and I'll do the social.
I know when it comes to the court system, yeah, we have to take everything to court, withdraw people's licenses and stuff like that. But if there's one thing I know, is that people don't like to lose money. I think after some time we should just give fines, because you know the popular saying, "Kanewu," right? People really understand that they have the right to speech, but they haven't thought so much what the consequences of that speech is. So when somebody says "Kanewu," what they maunka baby or we are and see how they react in reality when the actions come to play. And I don't think that, I mean, if you have a murder case, a serious fraud case that a court is handling, of course they'll give very little attention to things like these kind of things that are still important. Let's just find people. If you are found saying something that you don't have facts and it's probably going to cause somebody to lose their job, their brand deals, their whatever, find the person. So we don't have to look at the number of people we offend every day on social media. If you are found guilty, let people lose money. And when people start seeing that, okay, I can lose 500 cedis, 1,000 cedis by just saying the wrong thing, even regardless what they are talking about, whether it's about emotions or not, they'll think twice before they think of what to post or even say.
It is the opinion, and yes, we have shared our opinion. To add to what my three sisters said, socially, let's as a country practice the importance of respecting one another and speaking with respect. And yes, you have an opinion, but be respectful in it. I always say that if you do it to me, or if I do it to you and you don't like it, do not do it to me. Ladies, it has been awesome. The freedom of speech or the abuse of freedom of speech topic or discussion will continue, I believe, in your homes. But we're going on a short break. We'll come back and dive into another issue that you would enjoy. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you just joined us, oh my goodness, you missed the first part of the opinion. Yes, you are watching the opinion, and the beautiful four ladies, the opinionated ladies, daring, fearless ladies, are here discussing. And our next topic is finding oneself. When we say you're finding yourself, what do we mean? What does it entail? Trust me, they are here, they are ready, and they will diverse into it and discuss it so you understand it better. Who is going to go first? My girls, my ladies, my women, my chicas? Finding oneself, Zika, what does it entail?
Okay, so this is what I think.
Okay,
I think
and it's your opinion, share it.
It's my opinion. I think that every human being must have like what people know you for, like your public or social life.
Okay.
Self.
Okay.
Then after that we have where everybody knows, everybody can Google or get to know you, whatever you tell people. Then we have like the private life, where you have like your mom, your family.
Samoki, why are you smiling?
Why are you say that? No, right? I'm not that. I know you.
I was mentioning like Johari's window.
Okay. So, you know, the private one where you have families and people that you know who love you. Then we have the final one, which is like your secret life.
Okay.
Or the secret you. There's no shaming.
Okay.
That's where you go to when you're trying to find yourself. You know, we can have people who love us like our parents, who still give you advices and suggestions that you can feel doesn't align with who you truly are. They're just giving you advices and information based on what they think or who they think you are. But at the end of the day, you alone in your thoughts and in your heart knows the kind of, let's say, human you are, mother, wife, friend, and all that. So the secret place is the only place that you can go to. Nobody else is allowed to get in. So when you are trying to find yourself, that's where you go to renegotiate with yourself, mirror to mirror. This is me, the me that nobody knows, right? What is my core? That's where you go to find yourself, and most often we have to go there quite frequently, and especially when we are in our lowest of moments, so we can make sense of what this world is. At times it gives you ideas as to what career path to even take. People will say, oh, you are doing extremely well in this, why are you not continuing? Because it doesn't align with your secret self. You alone know your secret self, what it will allow in relationship, what it will allow in friendship, and how you nature as a mother and all that. So for me, it's not about finding yourself. It's about creating a space where you can always go to yourself. Like, I'm visiting myself, where no one else, the whole world, is not partaking in. For me,
that's deep. I like that. I like that. And Samoki, since you were busy
Samoki,
smiling,
my baby girl still.
Our
feminist.
You know, from what you said, and I like the fact that you mentioned that you go alone to a place.
Yeah.
And I'll take it from this angle that it's a continuous
process.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a one-day thing. Like you go and sit down, you think about yourself, and you're like, okay, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be this, I want to be that. Okay, I want to marry at this stage, I want to do this and that, and that's it. And so you are done. No, it's an everyday affair, and it happens to me all the time. Sometimes I think about something like, do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
I sit alone on the quiet and I ask myself, do I want to do this? Is this where I want to go? What are the pros and cons for me?
So that's you doing you
That's me
and
doing
finding
me.
you.
And I feel like sometimes we get as you mentioned, your parents see you in a certain way. Maybe your friends see you in another way.
That's right.
And then you are forced to be that whenever you are with them. So maybe you see me as bubbly, hyper. So when I'm with you, I want to be bubbly
Sure.
and hyper. But maybe deep down, there comes the identity.
separate.
Who are you? Sometimes you have even outgrown a certain identity and people know you for.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe now you want to be more serious, for want of a better word. Maybe people knew you like you walk around and rap and do this and that. But now,
Happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, happy-go-lucky. But now things are serious for you.
Yeah.
So you want to be quiet. But then, you know, striking that balance. So I like the fact that we are discussing finding yourself.
That's right.
You want to sit alone, introspect. That is where self-introspection comes in. And that is where people don't do.
Yes.
Sometimes, I don't know if it's for fear of identifying what they have to do. Or maybe they feel like it will come up with certain solutions that they cannot stand. And so they don't want to do that. But sit alone, ask yourself questions. This path I'm on, is it really the path? Even when you meet a guy, you ask yourself, is this really somebody I want to be with? Is it really, maybe somebody is asking you out. What are the qualities in the person? Is this somebody I can be with? Your friends cannot tell you, oh, this person is good.
Oh, yes.
Oh, this person is that, you can be. But the person is coming to be a part of your life. Are you okay with it? The career path you are choosing, is this something you really want? There are people who are bankers, who are lawyers, who are doctors, and really they just want to cook.
Exactly.
Some people just want to cook and sell. Some people just want to sew. But they feel like, oh, society expects me to be this, and so deep down you are not happy.
Or parents want
Exactly.
you to be
start
like
getting
that.
depressed.
Yeah, you start
If you are
getting
not
depressed.
true to yourself.
So me, sometimes I palpitate. When I'm around, I palpitate. I'm like, no, sir, is everything okay? I have to take some minutes off and think, what is wrong with me? What is eating me up that I'm not even aware of? And sometimes it's just maybe I haven't even asked a simple question somewhere, or I haven't addressed something small, and when I address that, it helps. So for me, I think that is a very important thing that you find yourself.
So
And
finding
if-
oneself, I think that you are conscious about it,
Yeah.
and you make it an everyday affair. And you're saying that, or you're sharing with us that we should make it a conscious. We should make a conscious effort to do that as often as we can. And just for correction's sake, if you're watching us or listening to us, when she said, finding yourself and going to a place, we're not saying that you should go to a place. It means just finding your moments. Finding a moment
In
for
your
yourself. It could be your room, it could be your closet. You know what? It could be the toilet.
Yeah.
It could be the bathroom.
Yeah.
Trust me, I do a lot of thinking
Yeah.
when I go into my washroom. You don't know the ideas that come out of
I-
this place. You don't even have an idea.
I will not. I will not 100% agree with what you're saying, but
Which is
I'll agree
fine.
with some.
Okay.
You know,
take.
finding yourself. You know, it's a whole process of self-discovery.
Sure.
So with your values, your passion, and it comes with experiences as well. That is when you know that this is what
Experiences make us who we are to. Yes.
And experience can come from education. It
Sure.
can come from career. It can come from relationship.
Yes.
It can come from friendship. So it's not all the time that you necessarily have to be alone before you can find yourself.
Okay.
You can be in a school and discover what you really want to do.
You want to do. You
So
can be in
it's
the
not
midst of
necessarily
friends.
that's the only part that I don't really, not necessarily your friends telling you what to do.
No.
There are people who would say, okay, you look like a good DJ. It doesn't. They are not saying go and do it.
Yeah.
But it's to put you into thoughts,
Yeah.
to understand and assess yourself, if you can really do that. So there's I don't know if the viewers or you yourself, if you've read this thing, The Purpose-Driven Life, Rick Warren.
Purpose-driven, yeah, Rick Warren. Yeah.
And then you see the angles that he came about, what the purpose
of
where
it all.
you are here. And sometimes you need people to even prompt you. Sometimes it's
I
not
agree with
everybody
you.
that has that strength to find himself or herself. We are not all same.
I don't want to.
No,
I
I'm
do
coming.
not- I
Okay,
do
so
not-
Let me land.
so
I'm not
we're-
done. I'm not done.
The opinion.
Let me land. Let me land. There's this
I'm waiting for you at the
this
airport.
survey. This survey is called Gallup. Gallup, before you even participate, you pay before you do it. I had the opportunity to participate in that. And before they can identify or categorize you into certain places, it's not all about what you think about yourself. They sometimes ask about even what, and then they have a way of rating it before you can find that this is me. So it means sometimes opinions or other things, you can pick clues from other people to find
Sure,
yourself.
sure.
So not necessarily sitting alone to find yourself.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Okay,
But
no,
when
no,
you
no,
said,
you
you said
will-
sit
no,
alone
Sam,
and then
you
find
will
yourself
agree.
and all that. And then no, you
I
can't
do
find
not
yourself alone.
agree.
Yeah.
I do not.
You are
agree
not.
with-
You are
no.
not. You are not an island. We don't live in isolation.
No, but
One
I do
house,
Finding
not-
yourself,
one house,
finding yourself.
one house.
You need all those. The explanation
One
is
house,
there.
my ladies.
The explanation
No,
is
I
there, but
think
like I'm
that-
saying,
One house,
you
my
also
ladies.
need.
Maybe there was a misconception. Or
No, no.
Yes.
The way
You
you
want
said
yourself
you have
to
to be
clarify it.
alone. You have
So
to be
please.
alone, and then
Can I
and then
clarify
and then
that? Okay, so-
me and me myself. No.
Sure.
You can't find yourself alone.
Okay, so
You cannot find
viewers,
yourself
you are
alone.
watching the opinion.
cannot.
I told you. They
You can't
are,
find yourself alone.
They are.
Because you live with people. People
That's
in a
right.
way.
Exactly.
The
That's
experiences,
right.
the experiences will help you
No,
find
no,
yourself.
Tina,
But you
what you are
said
not getting-
no. You mentioned you need to stay alone. Sometimes me and like one on one with
because you
yourself.
have
Tina,
No,
you
you
Tina,
mentioned
and that's
that.
her opinion,
Can I
and you can't
clarify?
tell
not
her
saying-
that.
Can I clarify?
I'm not saying
You misunderstood. Can I
Yeah,
clarify?
exactly. I think
Okay.
there was a misunderstanding.
What I'm okay. So let me say this.
So viewers, you are watching the opinion. I queried you. I warned you. I told you. They are opinionated ladies. I told you.
we find ourselves in everyday activities, be it education, be it religion, be it gathering, whatever it is.
I am not
I'm
cutting you short,
done.
but the
No,
part
no,
you
no,
said
I do not.
when you want to find
No,
yourself, you
no.
said
Tina,
in
No,
one
I-
corner.
I-
You
okay.
mentioned that. Come on,
Tina,
say
let her
yourself.
land.
You
You
are
did.
interrupting me when you're speaking. I want
You
to
mentioned-
interrupt
you
No.
mentioned that.
So let me
One
clarify.
house.
So you
Please,
should have,
one house, please.
you should have mentioned all that before even going there. But you
Okay,
said
so she lost
you
her
did it.
thought.
No, you
Extra
did.
information.
She lost her thoughts.
You added it to
So you
her
get it.
for her.
There is no communication.
That's
If
why I said I don't
intend
agree
to-
with you 100%.
There is no communication if I communicate with a particular mentality and you didn't receive it with that mentality. So
I
let
love
me
you,
add
girls.
extra information. So you get what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, regardless of all the information you gather from wherever, it is like going for surgery, right? Unless you are a vegetable, at the end of the day, you will have to sign that this surgery that I'm going into, if I die, ABCD.
Family
Your
signs
man
as
can
well.
push you. No, I'm just saying. At the end of the day, when you go around picking all the information that the world throws at you, regardless the background
Oh, my
or the
goodness.
place, you have to sit with yourself.
Exactly.
You still have to make that decision. That's why it's
And you
called
think it's everybody that can find himself
No.
or herself.
No, but
It's
goes on.
no.
It's a
You see,
process.
can
You
I land?
understand.
You
I'm
said
also
can
asking-
you
Should I
land?
leave you alone?
When you
It's a
said
process.
can you land? When you said can you land, we'll make you land. What
So
I
please
mean-
land.
So let me. When people give you advice because they love you and they want good for
Sure.
you, whether your mom or not. But when your mom tells you that immigration uniform be fatal, whether you agree with it or not, you still have to pick the form, fill it, and submit.
Yeah.
It's a self decision.
Yeah.
That's right.
Everybody, you cannot be willing to progress more than
That's
to
what
let
I'm
someone
saying. You take
progress.
it from here and there before you
But
find
you're
yourself.
not wrong.
But you are saying
You wanted
No,
that
but
already.
that's not
but
equal to the old
Explicitly,
information.
because you are saying that,
Uh-huh,
Tina,
it was implied.
you are saying
Because,
that.
for
It was implied.
Yeah.
But if you don't get it, let me add it verbatim,
Yeah.
verbally.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, you cannot wish for somebody more than they wish for yourself.
Yeah.
I can advise
Exactly.
you as much as I can. But at the end of the day, it's still your decision to call that shot.
or not.
Not someone
So let
else.
me
Your
add
earlier
examples.
submission, you did not really go through
I'm
this one.
adding-
That's what I'm saying,
I'm
and that
adding
is why I
information.
said
With the
I
new
don't agree with you
information.
100%. But
Why with the new
But Tina, that is why you
That's why I
said
said I
that.
don't
That
agree
is
with
why
you
you
100%.
said that.
So why are you making it look like?
Tina.
Why are you making it look
Tina.
like when I'm adding on to?
Tina, my
you don't
dear.
agree with mine at all. I said I don't agree with you 100%.
Tina,
That's
darling.
Yes, I mean that's it.
I'm adding on to what
Exactly.
Tina,
So you should have
darling.
said that.
Oh,
No,
you
no, no,
you
no,
guys,
no,
oh,
you
you
should
guys
have
are not.
said
Yeah.
You're
You should have
not.
said, I'm adding
You're
on
not.
to
You're
what
not
you said.
responding to me.
Oh,
Exactly. Just
Oh.
say that. Then I'll know that it's not like.
Add on.
I also want to say something.
Everybody's adding on.
Can I even also have a take? Can I also have a take at least before you add on?
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
as some person will give me free.
David.
Okay, now that we're all smiling, Tina, you are forgetting that you are sitting on the opinion. She has an opinion. So do you. So if she says something and it doesn't align with what you also think or understand as your take, that is why you had the platform to share your opinion.
I did.
My darling, we can agree and disagree, but we're giving information at the end of the day. So even if you don't agree with which you said you don't, it's fine.
I didn't say. I said part.
You say you don't.
I didn't
You
say
don't.
all.
And that's why
Exactly.
we're saying there was a misunderstanding.
Yes.
She thought that we meant somebody sitting in
Exactly.
the room and just
Solo.
come
That's
out
why I
with
said
stuff.
no.
But no.
No,
You
that's
see,
not what I meant.
Because she's the same
So-
person. Because she's the
that
same
is
person
how
that
I
also
think some
said that.
viewers will also
Tina,
understand.
you're the same person that also said that somebody can say you look like this.
Yeah.
But
I think
it
with
doesn't
that,
necessarily
it
mean
helps
Viewers will not
you will
get
be
it.
able
It
to
helps.
do that.
It helps you to actually. As I said, you need
I
those
do not agree with you
experiences.
saying that the fact that you didn't understand me means the viewers cannot understand. It's
I
really
didn't say that. Some people also that they will not understand what
well,
you
you
said.
don't know.
Oh, but I
You're
thought I
not
had the
everybody.
floor.
You're
Some
not
people also
everybody.
I thought I was the
mean,
one
it's like
talking.
that.
Sorry.
Thank you, my darling.
I think my opinion will never come.
Okay.
Okay,
I haven't even said mine. I'm trying to make. I'm still
Okay.
trying to make
Okay,
peace.
that's fine. That's
Eh,
fine.
so are we?
Continue,
Are
you
we
have
on the
floor, you
same?
have the floor.
Are we still on the opinion?
Yeah, we're on the
Do we
opinion.
have an opinion to share?
Okay.
Super, and we're going to share it. So I think that you've all said certain things that I agree with you and also do not agree with you. But you mentioned, and she also did, by saying that sometimes your friends can say that, oh, you look like this. It doesn't necessarily mean that you can be what they say that you look like. You also said that your parents can give, advice. And being a mother, I can say that, oh, okay, I think, my son will be a very good lawyer because maybe he speaks well and, he has what it takes to be. But it doesn't necessarily mean that, having said that, I should force him to do that. Even though we've had instances where people have been forced to go into career paths where they wish they had not because they didn't have the interest. But parents said, oh, we want you to be a doctor. I've met a couple of doctors who, if they had their way, they wouldn't have been doctors. But their parents felt that, oh, they should be doctors. That is the parents living their life through their children, obviously, because they would have wanted to be doctors. They
dream lives.
couldn't. So their children should be that for them. So oftentimes people live people's lives for them because, oh, yes, because they want to please the other person.
That's
but
why you need to find your purpose.
exactly.
And
So I think that's what we are all touching on. So Samoki, you can take
I
that.
wanted to cite an example. So when my brother was young, we went to the airport and he saw pilots.
Okay.
And he saw the crew. You know how they come in and
Yeah, they are looking
Beautiful.
all smart
and
and
he was
nice.
like, oh, if he had known, he would have been a pilot. He likes that. And then we came back home and then I asked him, so what do you want to be now? He said, my friend said I speak well. Maybe I should be a PR. And he's confused. He doesn't
Sure.
know what to do.
Because now
So
he's admiring pilots and
inspiration is coming from outside. There
that's
is the
right.
pilot. There is the friend
But what is
thinking
coming
you
from
speak
within?
well. But then he has to sit
That's right.
and introspect. And that is where the solo comes in. Because the fact that people have said it around and then they think that, okay, you can do better like this, doesn't mean that is what you really want
That's
to
what I'm
do.
saying. You all need Gallup.
Exactly.
Gallup survey.
And
Everybody
there-
on this table,
and there
try
are-
it.
and
You
there are
understand where I'm
sometimes-
coming
and
from.
I was even
The
coming
viewers
to
can
the
also
point.
try
I
it.
wanted to say personality, for example. I feel a lot of personality. Maya Breaks. It's so good. You sit and feel personality, and then you find yourself. And sometimes when I'm feeling it, as you said, I ask my siblings, I feel I'm this. Do you think I'm this? And then
So all those
it's you. In the end, it is you. People around will help you, but if you don't sit down to analyze yourself based on all that others have said, based on the environment. I'm doing my PhD. We went to class. We started with people. People have stopped.
Yeah.
Some people came to security, they've stopped. They might go to marketing.
Yeah.
Some people came to UPSA, they've stopped. They
Yeah.
are going to maybe Legon. Some people are going outside and stuff like that. You understand? So sometimes they think that, oh, this is the right thing for me. Maybe somebody told them, or maybe they decided that this is good for me.
Yeah.
But when they came in, the environment tells them that no, I'm at the wrong place.
Yeah.
But who tells you you are at the wrong place? Somebody cannot tell you that Aisha, you are on the opinion and it's the wrong platform. You have to go and sit and tell yourself that I feel like when I come here, I feel out of place.
Yeah.
Is it right that I'm here? Is it wrong that I'm here? Aisha told me that I don't fit on the opinion. You understand? So I get your point. That's why I wanted to come in that yes, it's an individual thing, irrespective of all the things going on in the environment.
And that part,
It
I never
ends
said,
with you
I never
as
said
the
no. But
individual.
where I had a problem was saying
her. So I
you.
think that now we have,
And I'm saying no,
we
you
have
still need
it-
all the experiences to build yourself.
Yes.
So don't make
It's
it look like
important.
it's only me. I'll
And
sit
all
down.
the pointers
I'll talk
you
to my
gave-
like.
all the pointers you gave were on point.
Well, point.
Were very much on
Spot
point.
on.
Relationships, experiences,
Spot on,
education.
baby.
Travel.
It was
You travel and then you
travel,
you-
yeah.
Spot
Some
on,
people
darling.
relocate because they travel.
Yes.
Somebody goes to Dubai
Yes.
and says,
They change
you know
their
what,
mind.
I won't
They
come.
realize
I
Ghana
want
is
to
not-
stay here.
Yeah.
So it happens. That was
Because
what happened.
so by going to Dubai, they found themselves.
Yes.
And so be it. Everybody and where they find themselves. So it is allowed. Opinions are like. Opinions are like. Opinions are like.
Houses.
Opinions are like. So we all have it, and we're just sharing. So
That's right.
since we're doing the opinion, ladies, do you think that finding oneself is imperative? Do we need to find ourselves?
You need to.
Okay. You do?
If you don't find yourself, people will define who you are, so you have to find yourself.
Samuki?
Yeah, for me, I am a talker, so let me add that yes, sometimes you need to find yourself so that what you think you are and who you think you are aligns with who people see you to be. Because sometimes you see yourself as blah blah blah, others
Yeah.
don't see you as
Yeah.
that, and it might even affect you in terms of career and progress in your life. So you need to find yourself so that you know the loopholes to work on, and then you are aligned with what you want people to see you as in society. So yes, it's imperative that you find
Sina,
yourself.
is it imperative to find oneself?
Of course. Let me cite an example, and I'm using this. It's part of like what you guys were discussing. So just to tell you that I agree with some of the
Hey,
points. No, I
we
did,
are
but,
still
but no,
here.
but I said some of the points. So
Yeah.
which
Sure,
I still,
sure.
still go there. I remember growing up, people that I met, everybody go like, I wanted to be in a corporate environment.
Okay.
That is how
Perception
people want,
of how
they
people
wanted.
saw you.
But growing up from primary school, wanted to become a nun because of the environment I found
You
myself
found
in.
yourself in.
Because I will go to church Monday to
Guys,
Sunday.
imagine Tina as a nun.
Oh, she will do so well, but it's kind of
Monday to Sunday. So I thought I'll be a good nun.
Good nun.
Then you get into secondary school and then university and then you go like, okay, I'm done. Now I feel like I shouldn't be in that kind of space anymore. So you keep even changing. But nobody advised me.
Okay.
And sometimes people advise, oh, take this one. And I took some, it helped.
Okay.
It was part of, that's what I'm saying, the experience and all that counts. Sometimes you take. But once I feel like I can't, I don't. And some of the things I feel like I'm not even, I don't consider myself doing. I don't even worry myself to go and think about it at all. I don't even have time. So like, I don't think about it, even though I want to get married.
That's right.
So somebody telling me, I dated somebody, get into the banking field, I will link you because he had the contact. Right there, I just told you, no. I won't even go and waste my time and go and think about it.
Because it's not you.
You understand? It's not me. There's some advice you give me. I'll be worried thinking about it. That's what I'm saying. Finding yourself with the experiences and where I come from and what people are talking about, all those things will shape me. All those things will shape me, but I'll not go and sit alone like you're saying, okay.
No. Have you seen the number of times he said I?
No,
When she was
no,
talking,
but
this is
no,
the
but
number
I'm
of times
saying,
when she makes a conversation.
when I said the experience, but as I'm saying,
No, you're
what
still
you
taking
said,
me back to. I've implied
Oh.
something. I've clarified.
it's
and you're
okay,
still
it's
taking me
okay,
back
it's
to it.
okay, it's okay.
At the end of the day, it's still
But I'm
your
saying-
decision not to go into banking.
Exactly.
When you
Exactly.
gather
But I'm
all the
saying,
information, you
where
sit with yourself.
I had a problem, I think we've solved this. So I don't know
Yeah,
why you're
you
paying.
keep
It was
referring
about you
to-
saying
And I
you
added
yourself will sit
information.
and then do that, and I'm saying no. You need all those experiences to now understand
Of course,
yourself.
you need
But I didn't mention
Ladies
it initially.
and
Why are you doing
gentlemen,
this?
Hey, that's-
On that
Listen,
note,
you didn't mention that. You didn't mention that. Earlier on.
Ladies,
You're
Oh.
so wrong that it's not even funny.
and ladies,
Oh.
hello.
No, you're so wrong and what you understand is not even funny. I've clarified myself. You're still taking me back on the old
In wrapping up, I have the
conversation.
floor. I have the floor. Why? You're making my work difficult for me today. Why? Show me some love.
All right.
My darlings, show me some love. Oh, in wrapping up, this discussion will continue in your homes and wherever you're watching us as we go on a short break, and we will discuss and we'll still do this, the opinion, because I see that Tina and Zinat still have a lot to discuss on this issue. But finding oneself indeed is important. You need to find yourself so that you can take the experience, because it's a life experience. So you cannot find yourself without the input of others and the experiences that life throws at us. So finding oneself, if you ask me about my opinion, I think is a very, very important. So let's all of us find ourselves. Yes, let's find it through people, through our discussions, through our conversations, through the line of work, and of course, on this table. Today, I believe that we found ourselves. We have the hack of the day. We'll go on a short break. We'll be right back. Back from our short break, and yes, you're still watching The Opinion. The four ladies are seated beautifully, and before we leave you, we have the hack of the day. You should look forward to that, even if you don't like our discussions, because it gets very heated. And yes, we inform you with it, and we trust that you're learning from us. As we speak, you get something that, can help you along the line. Today, the beautiful Tina is sharing the hack of the day with us. Tina, what are we hacking today? Oh, you're
This is
welcome,
your show today.
Hey, yes, it is my show today, yes.
Yeah, so, thanks for the opportunity. So, there's the hack I'll share, since I still have my wine here.
Oh, but of course.
You drink responsibly. I'm going to give you a hack on alcohol. It doesn't mean go and abuse it.
18 years
my
and
darling.
above.
18
Yes.
years and above. And please, drink responsibly. But one thing I'll tell you is, if you are going somewhere, if you're a lady or a gentleman, don't want to be taken advantage of, just take Alka-Seltzer or Andrew liver salt, and then after some minutes you can drink your alcohol, any amount you consume. Trust me, you'll be fine.
Okay.
So that nobody would take advantage of you.
Apart from somebody taking advantage
you'll
of
be
you,
strong. You can go back home.
you
You
wouldn't
can
also
drive
be
home.
misunderstood as a drunkard, probably?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because you can still have your
So what
vibe
does it
and
do? It
groove.
doesn't make you drunk?
No. I don't know, but what it does is, I don't know
Gives
what
you
it does.
stability.
It
Not
gives
the
you
I
stability.
think it takes part of the alcoholic content away or something. I don't know how it
Oh,
does.
okay.
It has a way of breaking it down.
I should be trying.
I should be a scientist to
Okay,
to know that.
so you heard
it breaks
her.
it down. So
That's our
it's a
hack
good
for the
thing.
day. So there you have it. We have the hack of the day for this particular episode. On this episode today, we spoke about two things: the abuse of freedom of speech. We delved into it, we spoke our minds, we shared our opinion, and I trust that if you were watching us, you still are discussing if indeed the abuse of freedom of speech should be encouraged. We also dived into whether it is imperative that we find ourselves. And if you listen to us, I trust that you realize that finding oneself indeed is important. And so, if you haven't done that yet, or you have yet to even start or try it, we are saying here on The Opinion that finding oneself is imperative, and we all need it. It's been another beautiful episode of The Opinion. As much as I love to stay here with you, all four of us, it's time to say goodbye. Until next time when we come your way. The ladies on The Opinion say bye and thank you for watching.
Bye. See you in the next episode.